Buongiorno, Nathan. Welcome to my channel. My name is Stefania if you are new here. So today we are going to be playing with color. So I'm making that face because I'm like, Stefania, you have enough colorful palettes. But I saw this Violet Voss palette. It is the Vibes palette, and I was just, I could not resist. I couldn't stop swatching it in store. So I was like, we got to play with this and see if it's worth it, because there's been a lot of colorful palettes coming out this summer. And this one just drew me in, just called my name. I think part of it too is it's simple. It's not overly like too colorful. There's not like a million shades in here. So the green convinced me to buy it, okay? Let's go ahead. I'm going to stop talking. Please don't forget to subscribe before we get started. I would really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and jump into this. All right, it's Monday. Not gonna lie, I really didn't want to film today, and I was just like, today is not the day. Like, look at these friends. They're huge. I don't know what happened. Like, why? And then I put the pink stuff, like the Mario Badescu thing. Has anyone gone to work like that? Because I did today. Like, I went to work with it on my face. I totally forgot I put it on to sleep with, and I rushed out the door. It's, no one said anything for the first hour. So that was nice. Is it too early for Halloween? That's what I want to know, because I'm really debating whether I should put up my decorations, which really doesn't matter because I don't invite people over my house anyway. It's the only holiday I look forward to decorating for. Like, everything else, I'm just like, I don't care. All right, so here is what she looks like, the Violet Voss Vibes palette. And it has a little protector, and it has a really nice size mirror in there. So this is what she looks like. I don't even know like where to begin with this. There's so many shades, like especially this top row is what I'm like most excited for. Like these 4 like colors. I found my color switch. I have literally had this 2 years, and I found it today, and I lost it for like the longest time, and I'm just like, yes, finally, I found it. So we are going to get started. I think I'm actually going to use the mirror in the palette, which is something I usually don't do. But it's a nice size mirror, and the palette's nice and lightweight. I mean, it doesn't feel like luxurious, but at the same time, it feels like something I could use. If I could get the freaking little film off, I'm just going to leave it there. Whatever. Okay. So I think what I want to do is dip into the neon color first. It's called Neon. It is the yellow shade of the palette. You get 10 shades, so we're gonna dip into that first. This palette was like not on my radar at all. This is my first Violet Voss palette. Like I said, like I usually don't ever look at Violet Voss stuff, but I swatched this in store and I was like, whoa, why isn't anyone talking about this? So that is why I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm going to just take these. I'm going to kind of do like a rainbow eye. I'm going to take it up pretty nice and high, just because I don't have the best lid space. All right. The color switch doesn't work as well as I thought it was going to work, because now I have some pink. Or am I crazy? Maybe it's fine. It's not, it's a good neon so far. So we're going to continue. All right. Next, we're going to go into the green shade. So we're going to dip into Aerobics. These two were probably, this one and Leg Warmers, like I was so excited for. So I want this to be a little bit more so than the yellow, just because I'm really excited. This is when I wish I had more lid space, like when I'm just like, I want to use every color in the palette, but I ain't gonna do that. And I'm just gonna pack most of this on. It is 10 pressed pigments. It's not like actual eyeshadow formula. So is this gonna stain my eye? Probably, but that's okay. For this green, I will do it. It has been very hard to find a good neon green. I still kind of want to invest in like some pigments, but I also know that those are messy, so that's like my one drawback where I'm just like, do I want to, you know? But this kind of gave me, like, I know we've had a lot of colorful palettes, but like I said, once I swatched it in store, I was like, this one looks good. Like, it looks like colors that are actually going to show. Like, that's the most disappointing, I feel like, when you get a colorful palette and you're like, where's the color? Like, what happened? But yeah, I am loving this green. All right, and next I'm gonna dip into Leg Warmers, which is the orangey shade, and I might dip into Awesome as well. But Leg Warmers it's a pretty shade. It's an orangey, but like almost like a corally orangey. There's definitely a little bit of powder kick up in the pan, which I kind of expected with these. All right, this is going on a little lighter than I wanted. You guys can kind of see like the powder on my eyes. All right, it's kind of like a pastel orange. It's not really impressing me that much. So I am going to dip into, like if this was just on my eyes, I wouldn't be upset, but like it's not giving me that pop that I wanted. So we're gonna dip into Awesome instead and kind of go over that. What is your guys' like favorite colorful eyeshadow palette at the moment? Okay, I feel like I want this to be a little bit darker. So I am going to go in, ooh, it's hard. Biker Shorts and Radical look really pretty. I think I'm gonna go in with this one right here, which is Biker Shorts, and deepen up this outer crease. This outer V. Yeah, I feel like there's never a lot of hype around Violet Voss. Do you guys, have you tried it? Like, what are your thoughts? Like, I just feel like it's just one of those brands I don't hear anyone really rave about. So that's why I was kind of like, no wonder why I haven't heard about this palette. But at the same time, like I wanted the Melt one really badly, like the Melt Cosmetics new palette. But $48, it would just seem really steep for what it was. There's definitely fallout, so I'm glad I did my eyes first. And it didn't seem like people were that impressed with it, so I just was kind of like, okay, never mind, you know? Unfortunately. But I've also heard like the shadows puff up sometime with Melt Cosmetics, that they've grown mold, so I don't know what to believe with that. Like, I'd still try out the brand, but I wasn't going to pay full price for the shades. That one's taking a little bit to build. It does get there, but I would say like in terms of pigment, like the Anastasia and Norvina palette is a lot more pigmented as far as like their pinks and purples go. It's really this green and the yellow that I was like very excited for. And the Leg Warmer shade, it's a really pretty coral, but I wish it would pack on a little bit better. So I am gonna grab a packer brush just to see, like maybe with a different brush, because sometimes, you know, we're just gonna finagle some shit here. All right, I'm gonna wipe away this fallout and do the other eye, and then we're gonna figure out the lower lash. So I am back. I think what I wanna do, I didn't wanna do it off camera, I kinda wanted to show you guys. Man, this look comes together once you have bronzer and everything else on, because at first I was like, I don't know about this. But these are the lashes from Brittany Bear. I picked them up at Walmart. I don't know how I feel about them. Like, I think my eye shape is just not really like for like almond shape, you know what I mean? So I kind of like lashes that fluff out the whole way around rather than just in the outer corner. I'm finding that that's my preference, and I really wish that the lash band was black. Like, that's my only thing. Like, I still tight lined, but I don't know. You guys are probably like, I don't care. I am actually going to dip into the Anastasia palette just for the white, just because I feel like I'd rather, instead of like highlighting the brow bone, I just kind of want to blend a little bit better at the top. Like, I still want this to show through and everything, but like it's just gonna look a little bit more blended. And I would say like the trick, like I use pretty much the same brush for every shade. I just washed it off in between, but I'm not trying to like blend each color together, so it's a little bit of a different look for me for sure. Like, I don't know last time I did an all matte look. It is a very white shade, so kind of just be careful with that. But I feel like it gives a good, nice highlighted effect. And then I think for the lower lash line, for the most part, we're gonna go in with the same shades. Maybe not exactly the same. You can still see my zit through the foundation, but I was like, I'm not gonna stress out about it. It's fine. I'm gonna take this off before going back to work. So crappy outside today, and I'm just, how do people do it? I'm just like, I just want to curl up on the couch. I almost bought a Halloween blanket today, and I was like, you do not need that. Like, stop it. I would recommend definitely going in with this palette like eyeballs first, because I did have that fallout. I find that with like pigments like these or like brighter shades, there just tends to be powder kick up. So I think we are going to use that green. I think for the lower lash line, I don't need it to be as crazy, so I'm not really worrying about, like, the yellow and green are pretty similar shades. I do need to clean up between, like, for the purples, but I want that yellow and green to kind of blend in together. I think I'm going to add a black liner as well, just to kind of make the eyes pop just a little bit more. I'm going to bring this down a little bit lower. I actually quite like this rainbow look. It's something new for sure, but I like the way it turned out. I'm pretty happy about this. At first with this palette, I was like, oh man, I was really excited and I don't like it. I am going to talk about it. We're going to do some swatches because I feel like I'm on the fence right now. So these are I'm using the Jeffree Star Morphe brushes. Like I've said in the past, like I think, so we're actually going to dip into Radical, I think, this shade right here, which we did not use. So we might dip into Biker Shorts and Radical just to kind of tie in the top. But I like using brushes like these for colorful looks because I don't want to use like my really nice brushes for colorful looks because I know they'll stain the brushes for a little bit, and I'm just picky like that. So yeah. So Biker Shorts and Radical. The names are cute in the palette, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to leave this all matte or if I should go in with a shimmer. I'm so not used to doing an all matte look. All right, and then I'm gonna go back in with the green, just because I feel like a little bit of that wiped away, and the green is by far my favorite. And then really quickly for highlight, I wanna use kind of something different. So I'm gonna go in with this Prismatic from Kevin Aquan, and it does have kind of like a green, an orange, and a purpley type shift. I'm gonna go in with the orangey type shift. I'm gonna try it with a brush, but I think if I remember, this picks up better on a finger. Maybe I'll spray my face. I haven't done my waterline yet. I totally did not spray my face, and this is not setting spray. Okay, Monday, I see you. What? Why people like that? Why? So hopefully you guys can see like the peachiness coming through. I'm not sure if it's picking up well on camera. I remember I literally got this highlighting palette because I thought the orange was like so pretty, like that middle highlight. Oh, and I also bought these lashes. These are the Faux Mink from Eyelure. They are the Pro Magnetic, which they have the eyeliner that's supposed to be magnetic eyeliner. And I want to see if you guys wanted, I'm probably going to do it anyway because I was super interested in this. I know Kathleen Lights and a few other people have like reviewed the one with the eyeliner, but it was super expensive. So Eyelure came out with one that was affordable. I think this was under 15 bucks. So I think I'm gonna try these out in the next video, but I was like, I'm not gonna ruin this whole look, you know? Like, definitely not gonna try it on that day. All right, so this is the finished look. I'm actually pretty happy about it. Like, I feel like I haven't done this look ever. Yeah, ever. Just because I really haven't found like a hot green. So rude outside, so rude. Anyways, these are what the swatches look like. I will say that after using it, did every shade work out the way that I thought it was going to? Not really. Like, I love this Leg Warmers shade so much, but I wish it would have been a little bit more intense on the eye, like that orangey shade. My hands are so stained, so just know these are pigments that are going to stain your eyes. But I feel like this look was pretty easy to do, and I really love the way that it turned out. I am going to have to play around with this a little bit more. Like, I can't say 10 out of 10, like, go out, spend your money on this. It is $30, which is cheaper than a lot of the options right now that I feel like did have good color payoff. But really, the shades that impressed me most was the neon yellow, the green. This awesome shade is really nice, but I can't 100% say go get it, especially when there's so many palettes with pink tones in there. So I'm on the fence about completely recommending it. I think it, in a way, it's great for beginners because it's not too overwhelming. There's not too many colors, and you do have to kind of pack them on each at a time. So at least you're not going in and being like really scared off the bat, but I'm kind of iffy on it right now. It has a nice mirror. I think the price is right. but every shade didn't perform necessarily as well as I thought it was going to. Like I was a little bit let down, but not like completely, you know, like the green. Whoa, yes. The green in here is beautiful. The yellow is beautiful. It's just more of the other shades that I need to play around with. So I'm going to definitely come back and revisit and update you guys on this. But overall, I'm not upset about it. You know what I mean? I'm not like this is going straight back to the store. I feel like so many people love the Huda Beauty like neon palettes, and I was one of the few that didn't because I didn't love the shimmers in there. Whereas this, like, I still feel like I can give this a shot. Like I'm gonna try it on white bases and see if maybe if I throw down like Jeffree Star like Drug Lord and see if that makes it pop a little bit more. But right now I'm just like the green saved it for me. So it kind of depends on what you have in your collection. I think if you're looking for these colors, just know that you're gonna have to work with it a little bit more than some other pigments. At the same time, it's kind of nice because they blended well. You will get a little bit of powder kick up, nothing awful. So right now I feel bad saying that, but I'm kind of on the fence about recommending it. I would say if there's a specific, like, it's hard to find like these types of colors, you know what I mean? So we'll see how I feel about it in a few months, but overall I really like the look I created. I'm not upset. I'm just not 100% there, you know, but this makes me want to try out Violet Voss a little bit more. So I want to know what your favorite color palettes are, which ones you guys recommend, what you found, and yeah, that is it from me. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Hit that like button if you want to see more looks, or if there's more looks you guys want me to try to do with this palette. I would love to. So that is it for me. Please don't forget to subscribe. I've already said that. I'm sorry. Okay. Coffee. More coffee. We're done for today. Bye, guys.